you, our God. We'll never be alone because you give us all a great big family, and we are yours forevermore. Lord, we are yours forevermore. We are the children of God. Oh, we are the children of God. Your love has brought us together. Oh, we are the children of God. We are the children of God. Oh, we are the children of God. Your love has brought us together. Oh, we are the children. We are the children. We are the children of God.
Up and away we go into the great beyond. Wherever we go and whatever we do, we're trusting God all along. We will fly, we will soar. Nothing is impossible. We will rise through the storm. Trusting God and leaving our fears behind. We will fly. Up and away we go into the great beyond. Wherever we go and whatever we do, we're trusting God all along. We will fly, we will soar. Nothing is impossible. We will rise through the storm. Trusting God and leaving our fears behind. We will fly. Anything is possible. Everything is possible with God. 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 We will fly, we will soar. Nothing is impossible. We will rise through the storm. Trusting God and leaving our fears behind. We will fly. We will fly. We will fly.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Covenant Kids. I'm so excited that you're joining us for another episode this week. We've been spending our time together finding out the answer to this question: who does God say I am? And today we will discover that we need God's guidance and that He gives it to us. Sometimes we feel lost or we just don't know what to do. If you have ever gotten lost, you're not the only one. Let's hear what happened to our friend Isaac.
This is Isaac. He's 9 years old.
I mixed Batman and Dark Robin up, so this is Dark Man and Bat Robin.
Guess what? We're going to get to know Isaac and his family really well. They're so much fun to hang around with. Isaac is a creative kid who likes playing at the park, building Legos, and even composing music on the piano.
Isaac composed his own piece, and he called it Night of the Ninjas.
One of their favorite things is to go to the park. They wouldn't miss an adventure like this. One time, Isaac had an adventure that made him really scared. He needed God to show him exactly what to do when he got lost. Let's let Isaac tell you his story in his words.
We got in the car and we were going to go shopping at the store. And then when we were in the store, I saw something cool and I went over to look at it. And then when I went back to go back to my mom, she was gone. I was really scared. I felt a little sad and I felt like I was going to cry. I was thinking that I knew my mom would find me, but I just didn't know when. I talked to God and asked him for help.
Isaac didn't know what to do, so he asked Jesus for help and direction.
There was a dressing room right there, and there was a lady there, and I asked her, I can't find my mom, can you help me? And she said yes. I knew that was a lady who worked there because she had a badge. And she said on the loudspeaker, Robin, can you please come to the dressing room? I was really happy when I saw my mom. I ran to her and gave her a big hug.
In the Bible, Book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 6, it says, "He will show you which path to take." That doesn't just mean when you're lost in a store. Whenever you aren't sure what to do, turn to God.
Wow! In the video, we're told that when you aren't sure what to do, to turn to God. And that's exactly what Isaac did when he needed guidance. He prayed to God. And God used the lady who worked at the store to help Isaac find his mom. We all need God's guidance. When we're baking or making something difficult, we need guidance. And in life, we need God's guidance too. Thankfully, God is our friend and wants to help guide us. Let's see how God did this for a guy in the Bible. And, by the way, the Bible is one way that God guides us. It's full of His truths that help us know how to live. So let's join Dave and Brooks for today's Bible story.
Hi, I'm Dave Austin. This is my grandson.
Brooks Bilbin.
Today we're going to learn about David. David started out as a shepherd, but eventually God made him king. So in today's Bible passage, he had just become king. An army, though, from another country called Philistia heard about it.
Already, the Philistines did not like David. You see, years earlier, David had killed their biggest, toughest warrior, Goliath. And now David was king. They did not like that, so they came to capture him.
So when problems like that arise, we need God's guidance. David knew that. So he asked God a specific question.
So David asked the Lord, should I go out to fight the Philistines? Will you hand them over to me?
David asked God for a battle plan. God said, "Go ahead, fight the Philistines," and David would win. So here's what happened.
So David went to Baal Perazim and defeated the Philistines there. "The Lord did it," David explained. "He burst through my enemies like a raging flood." So he named the place Baal Perazim, which means the Lord who burst through.
God burst through David's enemies and he won. But after a while, the Philistines came back to capture David again. David remembered that we need God's guidance again, and he asked God what to do.
Again, David asked the Lord what to do. "Do not attack them straight on," the Lord replied. "Instead, circle around them and behind and attack them near the poplar trees. When you hear a sound like marching feet in the top of the poplar trees, be on alert. There will be a signal that the Lord is moving ahead, and you will strike down the Philistine army."
Once again, David followed God's guidance and he won the battle. You know, it's important for kings like David to seek God's guidance, but we also need God's guidance. And there's one way God guides us that David only had a small piece of, and that way is the Bible.
We need God's guidance. Sometimes He guides us through talking to us, whether aloud or in our hearts. Other times He guides us through wise Christians or through the Bible. We may just have saw two things the Bible guides us to do: live at peace and show love. So whenever you need God's guidance, check out His playbook, the Bible.
So many years, so many trials. God has been with us through them all. He gives us strength through His power. He will never let us down, and we sing, oh, oh, oh. God will guide us, oh, oh, oh. He will provide for us through the wilderness. He will deliver us, oh, oh, oh. So many years, so many trials. God has been with us through them all. He gives us strength through His power. He will never let us down, and we sing, oh, oh, oh. God will guide us, oh, oh, oh. He will provide for us through the wilderness. He will deliver us, oh, oh, oh. He's done it before, He'll do it again. He is faithful, He is faithful. He's done it before, He'll do it again. He is faithful, He is faithful. He's done it before, He'll do it again. He is faithful, He is faithful. He's done it before, He'll do it again. He is faithful, He is faithful. God will guide us, oh, oh, oh. He will provide for us through the wilderness. He will deliver us, oh, oh, oh. Oh,
Hello, boys and girls. It's good to see you, and it's always good to see the parents too. We are so thankful that you are participating in our Kids Club every week, and we hope you are enjoying these activities. And most of all, we pray each week that these activities and the lesson would just draw you closer to Jesus. So today's lesson is called We Need God's Guidance, and it's about David, a time when he asked the Lord for guidance. So we have different activities and a craft for you this week. The object lesson is you'll need to have a piece of paper, and we will send home a ping pong ball. And you need to read the object lesson of how these two go together. If you have ping pong balls from another time, you can use those too, but we will try and send home a ping pong ball for each family. And then save it. We may need it down the road for another activity. Also, you will be getting some construction paper. And if you look up here, you will find out why are there footprints up by the ceiling. You'll be making some too. So you read through and find out why there are footprints up by the ceiling. And then the last thing that you will need to find are some coins. You'll do a game with heads and tails. So those are just the things that you need for this week for the activity kit. So we hope you are continuing just putting your supplies in a box, and then if sometime down the road you'd need another ping pong ball, you'd have it available. Thank you so much for doing these together.